the president should give priority as he gives the State of the Nation address this particular afternoon. And now from the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Street in Kisumu, I now take our viewers to Nakuru, where my colleague Joanne Leting is standing by. Joanne, over to you.
Well, thank you from the Kisumu city. Remember to greet my people there in Kondele. But allow me now, Kevin, to actually speak to the people of Nakuru so that they can give us what they think about the president's address today in the afternoon. Remember, there have been issues about the BBI report as well as the coronavirus, which has continued to claim many lives. Remember, there's also the issue of the economy, which has continued to suffer due to the pandemic. There's also the issue of the Big Four agenda. Remember, as the Standard actually said today, this is the last bullet of President Uhuru Kenyatta, and he will be expected to address as many matters as he can. Remember, this is the second last address before the election. So allow me now to speak directly to the people of Nakuru so that they can give us what they think of the president's address. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Let's start with your name and your expectations on today's address.
My name is Niva Oluchiri. I'm a resident of Nakuru. I'm also a member and a representative of ANC party in Nakuru. Now, my expectation is that I want the president especially to address the issue of the economy. If you remember, Kenya has borrowed so much money, and we do not see this money, what it does. People are suffering, they don't have money. We want to know. At least they should be able to tell us, we've borrowed this much has been used to boost the economy. Because as per now, we do not see where this money goes. On the issue of BBI, I also want to know if there is still a window for rectification, for a few amendments on this document of BBI, so that it can be adapted without necessarily going into a referendum. Because again, if you look at our economy, we do not have enough money to go into a referendum. Whatever funds that have been set aside for the referendum, it's good that it be used to something else that can boost maybe the youth to be empowered. And then now we're looking at the vaccine. Is Kenya going to accept it? Let the president come out clear, because probably we might have some doctors who may sneak in the vaccine and be administered to the common mwananchi. Let the president tell us if Kenya is adopting the vaccine or not. I think that is what I want to know.
Thank you so much. Well, allow me to speak to another person. What are your expectations today as the president addresses the nation?
Thank you. My name is Esekon Moses, a resident of Nakuru and the national chair of Vijana Tuomoke na BBI movement. Today we have a lot of expectation from today's presidential address. First of all, on the Big Four agenda, like the health, for example, due to the upsurge in the COVID-19 cases, we are expecting the president to address this issue and maybe issue some stringent measures. For example, maybe limiting the number of people visiting going for burials, weddings, and so on, and churches. Also, we expect isolation centers to be increased around the country and the ICU beds to be increased. Because even at the moment here in Nakuru, we have shortage of ICU beds. We have noted that even some people are being turned away. So we want the president to intervene on that. Also, about education, I would want to urge the president to overlook that issue, because to relook on that issue of schools, because we have seen a number of cases like recently Bahati High School, whereby 68 students were infected by coronavirus and others are still in isolation. We want the president to look on that matter. If all goes wrong, the school should be closed, because we rather have our kids at home, safe, rather than trying to seek education, and we expose them to danger. On BBI, we have a lot of expectation from the president. We want him to give us the way forward so that we can move, because there are a lot of speculations from every camp and propaganda. We want him to set the record straight and tell us if there is a window for people to give suggestion, or the window has been closed to move forward, because we have noted that even some areas have started bringing some weird demands, and the president should address that so that we see how we can move forward with this thing. Because even us as the movement, Vijana Tuomoke na BBI, we have been stuck because we don't know where should we go, what should we tell the people. So those are the issues we want the president to address. And also, as I wind up, the issue of entertainment joints. We would want the president to look on that so that they put strict measures and for people to abide and adhere to the MOH protocols. Lastly, I want to touch on issue of economy. The president also should look at the economy and should not put so much strict measures that will affect the businesses. Because as we see now, when the curfew was extended to around 10, at least we can see mama mbogas and other people coming to do business in the evening hours. So if we put so much measures, it will hurt our economy, and we have seen the effects the COVID-19 has really brought to our economy. Thank you.
Let's speak about the vaccine that was brought in the other day. And remember, the CS Health has been questioning whether or not it will be used in the country. What do you have to say about this?
The CS should act professionally and should not depend on hearsay. It should actually, we have scientists in our health ministry, and if this vaccine is genuine and it's good, let the country procure for the people, because even if we refuse to give our people this vaccine, people are dying. And the local Mwananchi will be suffering, because these politicians, these leaders, they might go abroad and get the vaccine for themselves and their families. So the CS should actually be considerate of Kenyans. And before he makes, like the recent statement, he said he's not sure about the vaccine, if it will work or not, if a person will be injected with a disease or not. So we don't expect such kind of things. We need him to do research. He has researchers in the ministry to do proper research, so that when he's coming to address the country, as we are expecting to have a vaccine, if that company really says they have a vaccine for COVID-19, let the government take a swift move and make sure they procure this vaccine for Kenya to save the lives of Kenyans.
Well, thank you so much. Well, Brenda, you heard it from the people of Nakuru, a raft of issues that they expect President Uhuru Kenyatta to address this afternoon as he appears before Parliament. Remember, there is the BBI issue, which they're saying that he should give direction to this matter. Remember, there have been questions about whether or not the proposal by the many quarters will be put in the